Blue Shark Taste. And then I'm just coming off the T-ball. So I don't like hopping off things entirely, even if I'm like bridging to my next cycle, which I'm currently doing right now. So I'll taper because I've been on T-ball for 7 weeks at 60 milligrams. I'm now at 20, so I'm just tapering off and using the rest that I have. But now we're on the Winstrol 50 milligram tablets, which is quite rare. Usually they come in like 10 or 20 or 25. So Stromba 50. And then yesterday I did my Testosterone and Masteron. So I brought my test up to about 500-600. Masteron I'm keeping at about 300. I'm not going to go very far with it because Masteron it's most effective under 400 milligrams a week. And Masteron, it's heavy on this is a heavy on the DHT cycle in general, with the Winstrol and Masteron both being DHT derivatives. And obviously with gear, you have like 3 different families, right? You got the gear that's derived from testosterone. You got the gear that's derived from dihydrotestosterone, DHT. So the gear that's derived from testosterone, you're looking at D-ball, turinabol, testosterone. And then the DHT family, you've got anadrol, anavar, winstrol, masteron. And then with the 19-nor family, you've got deca, npp, tren. So those are kind of like your main families, right? And your body is going to react significantly different to each family. So with T-ball being in the testosterone family, it's extremely weak, but it's good for strength. Anavar and Winstrol and anadrol being DHT, these are the ones that give you the lean gains, right? Think about DHT is what's responsible for all of your male characteristics. So your jawline, your body hair, your lean muscle, your libido, all those things are enhanced on DHT derived gear, right? And my body responds the best to DHT. Not some people it's 19 nors, some people it's deca, tren, other people it's anadrol, winstrol. And I believe that this has a lot to do with your body type and what you were prone to during puberty. For me, I was always a chunky kid, a little bit of gyno, a little bit of acne and stuff like that. So being that I was always kind of a chunky kid, if I do D-ball, so anything heavy on the testosterone side or anything heavy in the 19-nor side, deca, tren, I get I'm prone to those side effects. But DHT compounds, they react in my body very well. I don't get bloated, I don't get fat, I don't get side effects. It's basically a win-win for me. So that kind of leads me into what I kind of wanted to talk about today. Does gear cause roid rage? Short answer, no, it doesn't. What it does is it boosts your confidence and it takes your fear away. So it takes away, the flight out of your fight and flight response. You don't want to be that guy on gear who's super aggressive, looking for a fight, because you look different than everyone. Anyways, people look at you and they can tell you work out, you take care of yourself. So it's your responsibility to lead by example and to kind of show people that what they think, their preconceived notions about what you're doing is wrong, is false, right? You're not an aggressive person. The gear enhances what you already are and who you already have become and what you're already. So if you're a guy who's got very low emotional intelligence and you react and you give your power away to other people and their words, you shouldn't do a cycle. You should work on yourself first. That being said, the way I kind of started was like gear is a self-improvement tool for me. I'm not only looking to enhance my physical life, but I'm looking to get into self-improvement, and that's what I did. So that's what you should do as well, because the gear enhances what you're already doing and who you already are, right? So if you're on the self-improvement path and you want to better yourself and you want to become the best version of yourself, the gear is going to help you. If you have low confidence and you can't talk to women and you're scared of rejection, but you want to fix that stuff, the gear is going to help you. But if you don't want to fix that stuff and you're in denial and you blame other people, yeah, it's going to make it worse. It's going to make that anxiety worse, some compounds. So you really got to look at it as, I don't want to just enhance my physical life. I want to improve all areas of my life, because that's exactly what gear did. Like before I hopped on, I had this massive fear of talking to women. I had to like pretend to be whoever I think this woman wants me to be, because oh no, if she doesn't like me, oh my god, the world is gonna end. There's not any more women out there and I'm so desperate. So hopping on a cycle is like, you take that time for yourself to improve, right? The physical gains come, the confidence comes. Next thing you know, you're addressing these issues that you have, so you're no longer scared. And if someone tries to fight you, you're not scared. You'll stand on what you believe in. You're not going to cower and kowtow around because you think you're weak. No, you look in the mirror every day and you're reminded that you're strong. But it's not just the look. It's those days you don't want to go to the gym and you go anyway. That's what gives you confidence, because you realize most people aren't doing that. Most people aren't challenging themselves and pushing themselves to be the best version of themselves. And because you are, this isn't going to happen in a day. It's not going to happen in a week. But with consistent effort, you're going to start to see that you're that guy, and you're going to start to feel worthy because you discipline yourself. Discipline creates kind of like a better mental health for you. You know, if your mental health is bad, you probably have no discipline. You'll very, very rarely, I've yet to see it, someone who's disciplined in all these areas and they're depressed. People are usually depressed because they have no discipline and they have nothing really going for them, and they're not pushing themselves. They think so low of themselves. And I'm not judging anyone. I'm not talking down to anyone. I've been there too. But you have less pity for those people the more you work on your self-improvement, because you're like, you could do exactly what I'm doing. Do you think it's easy? Do you think it's easy to live this disciplined life and go to the gym and push myself and look in the mirror and deal with the body dysmorphia, but continue to fight and continue to do this and continue to get up on those hard days? You have less pity for people that want to just have everyone feel sorry for them. And if you're that person and you feel sorry for yourself, don't expect other people to feel sorry for you, because it might not look like it, but everyone's dealing with their own shit. Just because you think your situation's worse doesn't mean that it is, right? And it's easy to be wrapped up in self and to look around and just see surface level shit and see people that you think are doing better than you just because what it looks like, but you have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. So stop focusing on everyone else and start focusing on yourself, right? You got to choose to suffer. You got to choose to get up and go to the gym and do your workouts and eat healthy. And when you're in a pinch, instead of going for fast food, beat yourself up and say, I should have had this, healthy food cooked, ready to go. That's something I can improve on tomorrow. I can learn from this feeling of hunger and prepare my food in advance so that this doesn't happen again. So it's all about self-reflection, right? And it's all about challenging yourself and not beating yourself up into oblivion, but beating yourself up to prop yourself up to the next level. So with that being said, I'm going to go and do some chest and arms. I've been having a little bit of problems with the bench press lately because I kind of popped my joint up here last week. I was doing really heavy shrugs with the barbell. I think I had like three plates and a quarter on the bar, and I was shrugging, and then I went and did a superset bent over rear delt cable raises. My left arm, no problem. Then as soon as I hit my right arm, boom, I heard like 4 big cracks in here, and I couldn't even do a wide grip chin up after. So I was pretty scared, but within a few days, I used some Devil's Club salve, rubbed it in there every day, and then eventually within a few days it was better. Did some dead hangs, kind of took it easy on the upper body for about a week, and now I'm totally good, but I'm just going to be careful. But I do notice that the push-ups are more difficult and the bench press is more difficult, but the incline bench press I'm totally fine. So I'm really going to focus on the incline bench. The flat bench doesn't do a whole lot for you anyway, so like I think with the flat bench you're better off looking at it as trying to get a burn, so doing like 20-30 reps instead of like 5 to 6 reps. And then on the incline press, I like on the first set to do like 15 reps and then go heavier and heavier as I go. But for the flat bench, it's good to just do high rep because you feel it, you feel the burn more that way. So I'm going to do that and do some arms. And just like chest, you know, there's 3 different parts of your arm that you can work on your bicep. You got the bottom, you got the middle, you got the top. So you can do all these things just by kind of like moving your elbow. So it's all about your elbow position. So you're going to find that if you pretend there's a bar going through your elbow and your hip when you curl, that's going to hit one part of your bicep. Then you go on to the preacher. That's going to hit kind of the top bicep. Then what I like to do is lay on the ground and have the cable attachment be all the way at the bottom, and you lay down and curl with your elbows behind you, and that really just hits the bottom of the bicep there. So definitely starting to see some gains, you know, a few days on the Winstrol. It's a lot stronger than T-ball. Winstrol definitely grows muscle, T-ball doesn't really. So I'm noticing it already. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to keep documenting it as I go. So anyway, time to work out. Thanks for watching, and reach out to me on Instagram. I'll put my link in the description, and I'll put the link to my website in the description. If you don't have Instagram and you want to reach out, you got any questions, anything I can help with, coaching, send me a message. Thanks, guys.